So, I'd say I lean more towards being shy, like a real introvert. For the first 13 years, I just couldn't order food alone. If the guy selling chicken rice seemed a bit grumpy, I'd just freeze and not even think to share this. But just yesterday, while playing basketball, you know how it goes. Everyone just starts shooting hoops, not minding which ball they use. The balls just fly around, and you grab any to shoot. After doing this for a bit, I realized my ball was under a guy's seat, like right under, and he was sitting on it. Being so shy, I couldn't just ask him to move and give it back, so I thought I'd wait till he moved, maybe for a toilet break. But he didn't move for like 20 minutes, so I was stuck there, waiting beside him, wondering if he'd ever go to the bathroom. Nope. All right, I guess I'll try basketball again today and hope for no repeats. In school, I don't really talk much, and that's a sign you're an introvert, but it's fine by me. I actually like it. Being on the quieter side doesn't mean you can't be confident. In fact, it might even boost your confidence. We're talking about a cool, quiet confidence, kind of like a mysterious Bruce Wayne vibe. Being quiet can mean you're really self-assured, so much that you don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. So, here's how to rock being a confident introvert in just 3 steps. Confidence grows from being good at something. Let's talk basketball again. Picture someone who's played basketball every day for 10 years. When they step onto the court, their confidence is visible. They're so skilled that they naturally grab attention, making others want to team up with them. This respect and likability come from their competence, provided they're a decent person overall. This player feels at home on the basketball court because of all the hard work they've put in. However, if you put the same person in a chess match and they've never played chess, their confidence will dip. This shows that the idea of fake it till you make it isn't something I believe in. Confidence needs a foundation, evidence of your ability. If you've never played basketball and try to act confident without the skills, it won't work. I remember a quote that goes, "Confidence doesn't come from the path that lies before me, but from the path that lies behind me." It's from a movie I haven't seen, but the message resonates. You gain confidence by achieving something or building skills, not the other way around. The evidence of your past efforts is what fuels your confidence. And the best part? You can develop this confidence quietly, without anyone noticing, until you're ready to shine. This approach means confidence is something you build within yourself, based on your own achievements and experiences, not just something you pretend to have. Imagine walking into a new class after you've spent time studying and watching videos on how to be a productive and successful student. You've quietly become excellent academically. When you start acing every test and outperforming everyone else, your confidence will skyrocket. This success makes you more appealing than someone who brags about their skills. If you're watching this, you're probably an introvert, meaning you wouldn't want to boast anyway. It's like meeting someone new and finding them interesting, only to later learn from someone else that they're famous. That surprise makes them cooler. But if they had told you right off the bat about their fame and asked you to follow them online, you'd probably lose interest. I didn't tell anyone about my YouTube channel. People found it because YouTube recommended it. That's a more natural and likable way for people to discover you, unlike someone making a big announcement with trumpets blaring saying, "Listen up! I have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe." So, work on building a skill or achieving something that makes you feel confident. When you walk into a room knowing you've got abilities and accomplishments under your belt, you carry an internal assurance. You know you're capable of handling challenges and succeeding. This self-assurance comes from your quiet preparations and victories, not from needing to announce your achievements to the world. Confidence is about believing in what you can do, because you've proven to yourself that you're good at something. It's not about pretending to be confident. If you have skills or accomplishments that you might not think are a big deal, but are actually better than what most people can do, that's where your real confidence should come from. You don't need to show off these skills. Let others discover or talk about how good you are at these things. There's a saying that goes, when you're really skilled, you don't need to tell people, they'll tell you. Another tip is to talk less. Being quiet can actually be a strength, especially if you're naturally an introvert. Talking too much can make you seem less confident because you're revealing a lot about yourself. Plus, when you're talking, you're not learning anything new. In my case, I barely talked to anyone in class except maybe one or two people. It wasn't to be mysterious, it's just how introverts often are. We usually have a few close friends, and that's enough. By speaking less and listening more, you seem more confident without even trying. Just be quiet and pay attention. When you have fewer friends but are closer to them, it makes you appear more selective and confident. You don't need a big group of friends to feel confident, just a few good ones you really care about. So, the easiest way to boost your confidence is simply to talk less, listen more, and let your skills and accomplishments speak for themselves. Being someone's friend should feel like you're part of a special club. Not everyone can join. Think of it like Harvard. If Harvard accepted everyone, it wouldn't be as special. The school is special because not many get in. This idea that something is more valuable because it's rare applies to talking too. If you don't talk much, when you do speak, people see it as more important. Here's a little story. In school, my friend and I would use a calculator to count how many times someone said like or during a presentation. They often reached 50 because people use filler words when they're unsure what to say next. They're trying to avoid silence because it feels awkward. But really confident people don't worry about silence. If they don't know what to say next, they just stop talking. They're not afraid of someone else starting to talk. They know it's better to speak because they have something meaningful to say, not just to fill a silence. There's an old saying, wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. That means you should talk when you have something important to share, not just to hear your own voice. So, the lesson is simple. If you don't have anything to say, it's okay to be quiet. If you don't have anything important to say, staying quiet is okay. Talking less means you can learn more about others. And when you do talk, people will find what you say more valuable because they don't hear you talk often. So, if you're not sure what to say, just stay quiet. This actually benefits introverts, who tend to be quieter. I could say more, but I'll keep it simple and move on. Now, let's talk about something called the cheerleader effect. Imagine you see a group of cheerleaders, or any group. We usually see them as a whole rather than as individuals. So, in a group, everyone's looks might be rated differently, like some are 6s, some 7s, and some 8s. But in a group, they all seem like 7s. This means being in a group can make someone look better because they're surrounded by other attractive people. So, if everyone's rated from 6 to 8, the group average is a 7. This doesn't really work if someone stands out too much for looking different. I don't really like using numbers to rate how people look, but it's just a way to explain this effect. Also, a quick reminder to stay hydrated. That's a real tip. Use this idea to your advantage. Find a group where you fit in, and you might just feel a bit more confident. Having real friends, not just people you hang out with for fun, can actually lift you up. A lot of times, the people we're around can make us feel worse about ourselves, not better. They might not be true friends, but more like pals we have fun with. If you find this sounds like your situation, it might be time to look for better friends. One good way to make real connections is by joining a team sport. This can give you an instant boost and help you feel part of a group, which can make you feel more confident. Being part of a team or a group, like a sports team, especially after a big win or a tough practice, can make you feel more outgoing. You'll notice you and your teammates are louder and more open with each other than you'd be alone. This is because there's comfort and confidence in being part of a group. When you're with others, you don't have to worry as much about people bothering you or making you feel uncomfortable. It's like how animals are safer in a herd. There's safety in numbers. The things that have helped me become more confident, especially as someone who's naturally quiet, include building up skills or traits I'm good at, talking less but listening more, and having a tight-knit group of friends who share my interests. This not only makes me feel more attractive, but also boosts my confidence, especially in social situations where I might not feel as strong alone. even though I'm an introvert, which means I recharge by spending time alone and can feel drained by too much social interaction. This doesn't mean I have to be shy or lack confidence. Introverts can be very confident and appealing because of their quiet strength and mysterious vibe. Being an introvert isn't about being unconfident. It's just how you recharge and interact with the world. So remember, being quiet or liking your own company doesn't mean you can't be confident or enjoy being around others. With the right friends and the right attitude, introverts can be just as confident and socially skilled as anyone else.